All right, that is Matters Women in Business this wonderful Wednesday. But one of another big story that we have been seeing over the recent past, it has to do with Ekeza Sacco and SACCOs in general. And this has been a huge challenge for a lot of Kenyans asking themselves whether SACCOs are safe to join. With the situation of Ekeza Sacco, we saw confrontation at the DCI the other day from the members, between the members and law enforcement. And today we are joined by somebody who has a specialty in SACCOs and he operates in this particular space. So welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'm speaking today to the awesome, the one and only Dr. George Ochiri, the Chief Executive Officer of Harambee Sacco. And to start off, first of all, let us just make records clear, Dr. Ochiri.
Yes.
There's a difference when it comes to SACCO. There are subsectors of SACCOs. There is deposit-taking SACCOs and non-deposit-taking SACCOs. Please clarify that for us.
Thank you very much. In the year 2008, a Sacco Act was enacted, which defined that all SACCOs which are operating bank-like, offering bank-like services, we call them front office services, they be regulated by SASRA. SASRA is Sacco Regulatory Authority. So all the deposit-taking SACCOs, they run FOSA. FOSA are microbanks. So these are the ones that you hear of as DTS SACCOs. Then we also have other SACCOs, actually the majority, that are not taking deposits spread across the country. But you'll find most large SACCOs, they are deposit-taking. Yes.
All right. And what is the current situation of SACCOs in this particular country? Because the biggest story in regards to Sacco apparently is negative. Ekeza Sacco, people losing their deposits and whatnot. So what is the current situation overall speaking?
What is not being said is actually should be the bigger story. SACCOs are changing lives in Kenya. SACCOs are supporting education in Kenya. Members of SACCOs are getting houses, they are building houses. People are starting businesses from Sacco loans. But you find stray cases like the one of Ekeza, they are very few. But also you find in every sector, in every market, you can't miss a madman. So even in the Sacco sector, please expect one or two rogue players. But SACCOs' participation into the Kenyan economy is deep. Yes.
Yes. There's the issue of the 2010 Constitution and regulation of SACCOs.
Yes.
This is something that was devolved to the county level.
Correct.
And that has been, blamed for the issues that we're having with SACCOs, a lot of rogue SACCOs, because there is no proper, intervention from the county level to make sure that all these SACCOs are operating as they should be. Is that a concern to you?
Yes, it is. If you look at the devolution, particularly coming up with the county governments, we still have teething problems. So you go, for example, to departments in charge of cooperatives, you find inadequate staffing and they are not able to supervise appropriately. Then you also find cheeky members of our society, like the proprietor of Ekeza, took advantage of that, registering a Sacco in Nairobi, but largely operating outside Nairobi, so there is no good visibility of what this particular Sacco was doing. But by far and large, the established SACCOs you'll find, we operate even without the close supervision of the ministry or the county officials.
Yes. So basically, there's need from the county level for more supervision in that regard.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of questions, a lot of Kenyans right now are asking difficult questions, whether I should be joining, a Sacco or not. But start us off by just telling us, what are some of the lookout, tell signs that things might not be okay in this particular Sacco?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First, when you want to join a Sacco, you would want to know whether it is regulated or not. So, for example, the deposit-taking SACCOs that are supervised by SASRA, you'll find there is good level of confidence. Then you'll find most societies, when we were starting, they were affiliated to a common bond. So the strength of a common bond actually extends to the strength of a Sacco. So you hear, for example, Harambee Sacco, based from the office of the president, you can be sure there is a fallback up to the office of the president on performance of the SACCO. The emerging business-based SACCOs without a common bond, I would urge our members or potential to be cautious. The worst group which the citizens should be cautious about are now the digital-based SACCOs. We have SACCOs where members do not know their officials or their offices. You join online, you contribute online, you borrow online. This one I would be able to discourage members from actually joining.
And you've talked about technology,
Yes.
which is a current thing.
Yes, it is.
And you have to change with times. The way SACCOs are operating initially, you
Yes.
can't operate like that anymore because also your market is changing. How are you incorporating technology in the current SACCOs?
Thank you very much. First, with the coming in of the new SACCO Act and the regulations, it is now mandatory, especially for the deposit-taking SACCOs, to have a computerized system. So you find all of them. We have computerized systems and we are operating more like banks. But over and above that, the established SACCOs are actually offering mobile-based services equivalent to those offered by the bank. So for example, at Harambee, we have a mobile-based loan we call M-Booster. So you just dial *346# and there you are. At your convenience, wherever you are, you access money. We've even gone ahead to allow members to be checking their details and transactions through web portal. So you'll find we now no longer send statements the way we used to do 20, 30 years ago. Over and above that, there is now marketing in SACCOs, unlike before.
Yes.
And we use technology in a very big way. So you'll find we send SMSs to alert members of what is going on. We send e-shots of what is going on. We do even YouTube messages. We also catch up with our members, especially the younger ones, on social media. So you go to Instagram, you find us there. So technology is here as a tool to enhance the SACCO movement. Yeah.
And even as you close up, you've mentioned young people,
Yes.
which is a better part of Kenya's population,
Correct.
more than 50%, and basically that is the target of every market. So apart from inculcating technology, what are some of the modifications you've made in the SACCO to accommodate your younger members?
Thank you very much. You'll also find we tailor certain products that the younger people endear themselves to. So for example, we have an asset lending scheme in which a member can borrow and then you buy a car. We also have investment wing in which we still facilitate members in acquiring plots of land here and there. You'll find the younger ones, they are quick to acquire land, I think, much faster than us who started working 20, 30 years ago. And then other than that, our communication mode now fits into what they like most in the social media. So we are with them on the same platform. Progressive SACCOs are also now setting aside management positions, even at directorship for this category. And even the regulatory framework is not left behind. It's talking about inclusivity. So going forward, you are going to hear a lot of very young directors. I know, not in my society, in another society where we have as young as 30, 28, a big society of Taiwan, young people are already in the board of directors.
All right. With that, thank you very much, Dr. Chiri.
Thank you very much.
CEO of Harambee Sacco. And there you have it. If you're a young person, maybe it's time to join a SACCO, but you have to do your due diligence, making sure that you do your